Welcome. This is the Powerpreneur Show with Dr. Mansi and Dr. McCoy, and we have a really honored guest today, Cynthia Brown. Cynthia Brown. She goes by Tina, and I would love for McCoy to introduce her. But before that, I want to call the gist of our show today is the Powerpreneur is someone who has reinvented themselves by working on their craft and skills, and they have failed forward. And that's why we have Tina today, because she has reinvented herself multiple times. And let's dive into her story, guys.
Yeah, so Santina and I have known each other for a number of years. We first met in elementary school. Then my mom joined the military and I moved away. And so then I came back and then moved back away just for military things. And we reconnected back in undergraduate college where we both graduated. It's both of our alma mater at Methodist University in North Carolina. And Tina has always been an entrepreneur since the first day I've met her. She's always just been a go-getter. She knows what she wants. She goes and gets what she wants. And she's very disciplined, very hardworking, very self-motivated. And I thought that she would be a great fit for our show today. And so without further ado, Tina, the first question is, please enlighten us and tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Cintina. It's like cinnamon and Tina together. And I do go by Tina. So, yeah. And I am a serial entrepreneur and I am a polymath, which means that I have knowledge, I have depths of knowledge in several areas. And so right now, I run 9 companies. I also still work in corporate. I'm a regional sales manager for Fallon's Flowers in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I host rooms on Clubhouse. So those are things that I do. Each of my companies generate revenue for me, and that's kind of how I live my life and support my life. And right now I'm back in the corporate world because my passion has met a need in our state. I'm home again in North Carolina. And so that's very important to me. And it's just been very, very fun. So again, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a polymath, and I am now the flower lady for North Carolina. So
Wow. So I'd love to get into some of your passion projects that you absolutely love, and how did you get into it? What was the moment where you really thought that this is the path for you? Because there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there and they're really scared. And this show is all about giving strength to fellow entrepreneurs so they can lead a life that they're passionate about and create the impact that they've always wanted to.
Definitely. I'm all about creating a life that you love. So that's something that I tell people: create a life you love. You control your reality. You control your outcomes. You control what does or doesn't happen to you. So everything that you want or that you need is already inside of you. And so I'll share that with every entrepreneur that's afraid. It's already inside of you. And I know we hear the cliche, like, our success is right on the other side of that fear. Yet it truly is. As soon as we start working on ourselves and on what really scares us, we will find our success. So one of my passion projects, I would say, is this corporate position I have back in the flower industry. So I left the corporate world in 2020. I was working for an engineering firm in business development. And flowers became, I can't even say flowers are my passion, but it goes to my core of like life moments and celebrating life and really capturing good memories with people. I've had a very interesting upbringing, and I come from an even more interesting family where tragedy has struck in my family so many times that it made me laser in and focus on what are the good moments, where are the good memories at, and that's usually created around celebrations. So I am a person that loves to celebrate. I always would try to bring events together, bring people together, because I'm trying to create a good memory. I'm trying to create something good for people. And so that's been a passion of mine. And really being in the wedding industry, you get to do that every single weekend or every single time you have an interaction with the family. That is truly my passion, is being able to bring people together so that they can create great memories. And so this corporate position has turned into a passion project. Another way to look at that is that I'm solution focused. I've always been a solution based person. And so that's turned me into a person that builds systems for people. So I've always kind of just been good at creating a system, or like, oh, do it this way. And so people say, like, you want to do things your way. And it's like, well, I'm just a systems builder. So I build the systems that are missing for success. So that has always, I guess, been a passion and a core of mine, creating life memories for others, as well as helping people solve problems by building systems.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So you're the flower lady. That means anybody needs flowers for weddings, birthday party, like any big occasion, you are the person who, wow, what an amazing
So
job.
she's talking about flowers, but I know I was on Facebook the other day and she definitely was giving a webinar on just investments and money and how to work on your taxes and all this other stuff. So
Yes.
yes, her smile is full of flowers, but honey, this lady does more than flowers.
I know. It's just
Do. Okay, so
flower is just
I
a
will
little
share.
hook.
I will share. I mean, you asked about my passion. So like what's fun, what I love. I really do love flowers, but I will share all of the businesses that I run, because I run 9 companies. So flowers is like, that's my corporate world. I love that. But yes, if you need flowers, you can come and see me. I design a little bit, but I really oversee the team that designs flowers and that works with the brides. So I'm a little bit more at a corporate level, but that doesn't mean that I can't design for you or create for you. And so some of the other companies that, I shared, I'm a serial entrepreneur in. So I'm a partner in Moz Wings and Things, which is a wing company out of Syracuse, New York. I'm a partner in Pleasure Logistics, which is a logistics company here. We work with Ashley and Lowe's Furniture doing last mile delivery right in Garner and in Fort Oaks, North Carolina. I also own NJ Cleaning Company, which is Nesbitt Jackson Cleaning Company. And so we clean turnover units for small apartment complexes. I also run SN Events with my younger sister, Sparkle. So her name is Sparkle Nesbitt. My name is Tina Nesbitt. So all of the SN that you hear is a partnership between myself, my younger sister, and my mother. So I have these family businesses. So SN Events is one of them, where we do stationery for events and planning for events. We do SN Finances, which is what Brittany heard me talking about, which is where we do credit repair. And specifically, we help small businesses and solo entrepreneurs really build their back end office for their accounting department, because that can be a challenge. And you may be a small business owner and you may be a small business, but your volume may not be small. So we educate people on that. I own a company called SN Properties, where we wholesale and we do rental management for our military. Our clients are mostly military or veterans, for people that move all the time and they want someone to manage and look after their properties. And then also I have the Southern Belle Agency, which I'm most proud of because it's home to the $20 solutions, where I add value and help entrepreneurs save money by giving them $20 solutions so that they can have a system to build and scale and grow their business. So that is a list of some of the, or well, really all of the business. The only one that I didn't mention was Buds and Roses, which is a scent line that I am partnering with dispensaries. So that is still a little baby. That's not a big baby yet, but I will mention it because it's worth mentioning. And so that is really what I do. I look at myself kind
Wow.
of like a shark,
I
like a
literally
shark
have
on
to
Shark
bring you
Tank.
back on the call because there is no way.
Yeah, so
You're
those are
timing me.
all the things that I do. I do all the
You're
things.
going over the list, and it's way more than what we can comprehend right now.
So yeah,
So
so
I love
whatever
it, though.
one
I
of
love
those
it.
things. But
You
yeah,
have
so I am a
so
true
much to
serial entrepreneur.
offer. You have so
Yeah.
much to offer to the world. And McCoy, what are your thoughts on your childhood friend who is such a go-getter? I wouldn't call her overachiever. We're not overachievers. We're go-getters.
We're not overachievers. And Dr. McCoy is just like me. Y'all are probably just like me in your respective fields. Y'all are just the same. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely such an honor to be able to share you with the world. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive deep into the next question. So please enlighten us on maybe some of your role models, whether it's one person or multiple people, and even a role model may not even be a person. Maybe it was a book that really inspired you or pushed you forward. So please share some of those things that really inspired and motivated you, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna share two books because I keep my books with me, y'all. I'm a nerd, so my books are always
Me
here,
too.
and
I
I'm
have
okay
my
about
book too.
that.
She pulled them out the back seat.
Sure did. And I am on the go today, running between stores, but I wanted to make sure that I kept my word on this time. But people that have influenced me the most, I would really say my mom. She taught me how to work hard, and she taught me how to hustle. And if you want something, you better work for it. And that's how you get it. I've had a job since I was 15 years old, and now I'm 30. So I've been working for 15 years. And I tell people, like, in 5 more years, I should be able to retire, because people join they join the service, and in 20 years, they got a career. So I am headed toward retirement in the next 5 years, but I really, my mom is a person that truly, definitely inspired me to work hard. Also, another person that I admire and I really look up to in the business world, her name is Bianca Robinson, and she owns Cadence K Consulting, and she's on social media, and she's been doing her thing on social media since about like maybe 2018, 2019. I kind of noticed her. I don't know her yet, but I'm shouting her out because I want to meet her, because she is super dope. And if y'all can get her on this show, shut the show down, okay? So those two women, and she's a systems builder. So she really showed me, Bianca Robinson showed me what I should look like in the corporate world, because I hadn't necessarily seen me. And what I mean by that, like, I haven't seen a Black face, a Black woman, really owning her space and owning the room and owning her voice, until I had really watched Bianca, as well as being able to take your corporate skills and really translate them into into being able into entrepreneurship. Like, how do you use some of those transferable skills? I pulled my books out because you asked me about like what really helps me and guides me. And so the first book that I will use is called Type Talk at Work, and it is the 16 how the 16 personality types determine your success on the job. And I use this because everyone should have a framework that's similar through which they speak about themselves, how they interpret information, how they work on teams, but it all has to be the same language. And so this is something that really inspires me, because I am forever changing. And in each one of these companies and in each one of my partnerships, I have a different partner, and I need to know how to best serve them. And I also need to know how to best serve me. So this is the book that I'm using. I got it in one of my grad programs, and I haven't let it go. And then the next book that I use that really inspires me, and I recommend everyone to get it, is called Building a Brand Story. Okay. Because you have to have a story that makes sense, that aligns with your brand. And a lot of people that go into branding, especially as a solo entrepreneur, and we begin to put up our, our platforms and our website, and we think we have to do all that, and then we go back and we realize we don't even really have a story that kind of aligns. Like, how am I here? How do I do all of these things? How does it make sense for me as a person? And so these two books really help me get aligned and explain who I am to myself and how I work with other people, and explain what I do to the world. So these are two books that they're in my purse at all times. Okay.
Wow, I love it. I went and grabbed my book to show that, you were saying that we're similar. I have my
Yeah.
book on me
Yeah.
too. How to Be Your Future Self Now. So
I have my little library too, but I'm not currently in my space. So
That's okay. I
right,
know
that's
we
okay,
all do.
McCoy. Next time, don't feel left out. We know you read your books and you're
oh
dedicated.
yeah, absolutely. You got to. I mean, self-investment is a very important thing, and it's something that we kind of take for granted. A lot of people don't realize how important it is to invest in yourself. And that can look like a number of different ways for people. That could be coaching, that could be books, that could be a mentor. But it's very much important to be cognizant of the fact that we all need to take time for that self-investment. So definitely great share, Tina, and we absolutely appreciate those words of wisdom that you want to share with our audience. So, Mansi, if you want to finalize with one last question, and then we'll get it
Yeah,
wrapped up here for today's show.
absolutely. So, closing thoughts, Tina, how can you help our LinkedIn audience and where can they find you? And what is it that you want to ask from our people today?
Okay. What I will ask from the audience today is to pay it forward. I will ask you to be intentional about where you deposit, about what bank you deposit your knowledge into. If you work for someone or if you work for yourself, whatever community that you are in, I ask you really during this time in this season of giving to really think about what bank do I deposit my knowledge in? And will that bank make deposits and investments back into me and into my community? Um, and to pay that forward, really pay it forward, deposit your knowledge into banks that matter. And where people can find me at. So every day I host on Clubhouse. So I'm trying to really hone in on my platforms because, and I have a team and I have a marketing assistant. She's like, okay, Santina, let's go. So I think for 2023, I'm finally going to put it back out there. I've been very quiet on some platforms, but we do have things brewing. So you can find me every day on Clubhouse. So I love Clubhouse because you get in front and you get to connect with senior level executives at larger companies for whatever you're doing in the entrepreneurial world. So I do want to let you all know that it's like the audio version of LinkedIn, if LinkedIn was being read out loud with
Right.
some of these LinkedIn rooms.
Right.
So
What's your
I'm on
room called
Clubhouse.
so we can come hang out with you?
Yes. Okay, I will. Okay. I have LinkedIn every morning at 6 a.m. I record for entrepreneurs. So I record Southern Belle $20 solution. So every day at 6 in the morning, I record a $20 solution. It's absolutely free for you to hop on and hear it live, being recorded before it actually goes on sale to be $20. So for my entrepreneurs who maybe have no money and it's like you still need to learn, if you get up at 6 and catch me on Clubhouse, I'll be there. And then I'm also on Clubhouse at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11 using the Pomodoro technique in a room I created called Finish the Book. And it's a 21-day writing challenge for people to come into the room with us and finish their book. So we do 25 minutes writing, 5 to 7 minutes off. And you can find me on any platform at CBA, my first name, Santina, Syntina. So at CBA Santina, you can find me and connect with me on any platform. But if you want to connect with me right now, I am growing my audience on Clubhouse. So you can catch me at 6 a.m. in the morning and then again at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Love it.
And that's Eastern time, right?
That is Eastern time. Thank you. That is Eastern Standard Time.
Wow. What a powerhouse, Santina. I'm just blown away knowing what you do. And I would love to bring you back on breaking down some of the businesses and how you got into it. What are some systems you build? And, just get to see how you can help others with the same process that you built for yourself.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me on you all's show today. I do greatly appreciate it and feel very honored to sit down with two doctors. And I just
Yes,
commend
thank
both of
you.
you. I commend both of you for the educational discipline it's taken to get that DR in front of your name. So go you, okay?
It's been a lot of
Well, thank you for the compliment as
Yes.
well.
All right, then. Thank you so much for being on our show, and we will see everybody soon again.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.